There are many directions to take in life. From my observations, I see that there's two primary directions essential to the human experience and the spiritual path. We can travel down and in, or up and out. Down and in. Down, down, down to Earth's belly and below it, and in and in and in, inward, so inward that we can see the depths, all that's under the surface. What's below? We can descend down into the subconscious, this semi-permeable symbolic matter of the dream realm, and we can move inwards into the soft folds of tissue that are our minds, the mind that analyzes, philosophizes, abstractizes. We can see our thoughts and feel the subtle body that's moved by the quality and repetition of those thoughts. We can see that those thoughts were given to us. They came before us. This motion of down and in, we then descend into our roots, our lineage, our line of ancestry, and the past that is compounded into the now. The mothers and grandmothers, the soil that birthed them all. We go down to the dirt, the earth and its roots. We know that this body is an undeniable part of a greater body, of ocean, of land. Our point of reference when we go downward is to the primal, earthly terrain. Writer Vera Nazarian has said, "The desert and the ocean are realms of desolation on the surface. The desert is a place of bones, where the innards are turned out to desiccate into dust. The ocean is a place of skin, rich outer membranes, hiding thick, juicy insides laden with the soup of being. Inside out and outside in, these are worlds of things that implode or explode, and the only catalyst that determines the direction of eco-movement is the balance of water. Both worlds are deceptive, dangerous, both seething with a hidden life. The only veil that stands between perception of what is underneath the desolate surface is courage. Dare to breach the surface and sink." When we take the approach of down and in, we sink. We sink into our subconscious, we sink into our ancestry, we sink into our roots, the earth that birthed us. And as we sink down, as we move inward and down, we see that the elements outside are the elements within. We are the air we breathe, the land we walk upon. This is all our inner cosmology too. This approach is the ecological path, the path to interconnectivity. And on this path, there is a gravitational force that pushes us down into feeling and sensation, allowing the mind and the body to be one as they are, to communicate. This is the tantric path of aliveness, of allowing the body to feel, of noticing subtleties and nuances. So the direction of down is to the roots, to one another. It is going into the inner landscape of the mind and the mind shadow. It is the subconscious that dictates the conscious. Then the other spiritual path is the approach of up and out. Out, 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 out of the mind and into the realm of the ether, where we are not our thoughts or our emotions or the transient phenomena, where we can transcend the body by going outside of it and seeing ourselves as a third party, as spirit. We can look at the world not through the lens of the personal and our own issues, but from a meta view, from a bird's eye view, the witness consciousness. We can be the eagle watching from above. We can zoom out into the energetic field where death is just a turn of form, since energy cannot be created nor destroyed. We can be light in the earthly heaviness and rise above it with a sharpened consciousness. The transcendental is beyond all concepts. It is not the roots of the tree, but the invisible, soft light that the tree feeds off of to grow. This upward approach is a communication with the forces that we cannot touch. It is faith, it is trust, it is the unknown, the mystery. When we go upward, we zoom out and we detach from the human mess. We see the divine bigger picture. This is the archetype of the sage, this impersonal approach where wisdom comes from. It's beyond ego, beyond identity. It's the metaphysical that governs the physical. The physical is that down and in approach. Because when we go down, when we zoom in, we feel all the human stuff and the stuff that connects us to others. It's personal and it's unique matter derived from our own experience. This zoomed in approach allows us to feel and digest feeling. It is the artist archetype. This whole digestion of experience then metabolizes into creation. Our feelings are transmuted into a piece. It's something to understand, to provoke, and to try to explain the unexplainable. Producer and author Rick Rubin knows that both of these routes are essential to the creative act. He says, zoom in and obsess. Zoom out and observe. We get to choose. The human experience contains this dynamic tension of rooting down and in and going up and out. Downward and inward, we are the critters that scurry along the moss. We are the monkeys with their social hierarchy and primal instinct. And we are the silent wisdom of the trees in the ancient forest. We are the raw nature of animal. Down and in, we recognize that we were built for tribes and for each other. We came from Gaia, for Gaia. And the more we are divorced from her, the more we are divorced from our innermost selves. The other approach of up and out, we are the invisible forces that govern human nature. We are the whisper of the wind that pulls the ocean's tides. We are the flight of the dove. We are the sunlight that shines warmth with no effort. We are eternity, timeless, boundless. We are the godliness we seek. We are the wisdom of silence. We are space and emptiness. For the emptiness holds everything. Up and out, or down and in, we can use both these approaches for a life that is whole, a life in which the human is one with the earth, and the human is the God he seeks.